Hello and welcome to the Loose Butthole Review. Today we are reviewing Chicago 2002.
Hello.
So, this film put me through a little bit of a journey, I have
Yeah,
to
you.
say.
It seemed from your messages that you kind of went on a roller coaster.
Yeah, yeah, I loved the first act, but the second Richard Gere got
Mm.
on the screen, it's something about his
It seemed
performance. It
this
was,
is a can I say this is a very I feel like this is a very similar issue that you had with I don't know what I'm blanking out with Pierce in the Community. It feels like you have like that type of like hate for him. The hate feels like it's similar, even though it's not for the same reasons. But I feel like the hate is like a similar, like that natural. You're like,
yeah,
mm.
yeah, just yeah. For some reason, yeah, I definitely just something. There's just some actors for some reason. It's just like I don't, I don't know.
What's funny is they don't look the same, but they kind of are like sort of similar in description.
I guess I just distrust that kind of human being.
That specific, like, not even like type, but like that specific like silhouette of old white dude.
Yeah, just just something just rubbed wrong about him. Uh,
Mm,
and it didn't help. I know that I kind of was searching for something, but it didn't help. He is a Hillary supporter.
yeah.
So that just lets you know that all that fucking like activism shit he does is complete horseshit.
I also think, but I could totally see him just being stupid and not actually knowing politics because there's a lot of people that like support
Yeah, yeah,
Hillary that
that's
aren't.
what I was saying. Like that,
Yeah, yeah. I
that's
think he's just a stupid actor. It
the
doesn't surprise me at all.
the
Like especially the fact
activism
that
is just to that because he does a bit of activism as well. I was trying to state that the activism is just a ploy for him to Hollywood. He's got a
mm,
scene, he's got an image to put on. So, and that's most
mm.
likely why he donated to Hillary in 2016.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely.
Donated to the female. I know what
Mm.
kind of person he is. He's fake. Don't trust him. Do not trust this motherfucker. There is fake wokeness.
Though I actually think it's kind of funny though that that type of sleaziness. I feel like it works for me. I think he played a good sleazy lawyer in this.
He, yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't know. He just threw the momentum off of the movie, and I can tell the movie tried to recover,
Mm. Like
but
I like Alec Baldwin in 30 Rock. I think he's funny in that, but he's a horrible person.
I get the same. I get the I get the same vibe that I get from Richard Gere and Chevy Chase with Alec Baldwin. I guess I don't I just can't trust that kind of white guy. They're too clean cut.
Yeah, that's why they kind of play those types of roles perfectly. And I think it's because they're actually playing themselves.
Yeah, yeah, they're. It's just a facade, and it's for some fucking how I could see past it.
I mean, like everyone could see past Alec Baldwin. He's like, that's been out. Everyone knows he's a horrible monster.
Yeah, but it's just crazy that even before all the shit that's come out, that I felt that way about Alec Baldwin.
It's a shame that it's kind of funny. Like it's funny that even paying to the Hollywood and like the Democratic overlords still didn't save him from being shadow banned for simply supporting Tibet because he's a Buddhist.
uh,
You know, white Buddhist.
he he
What Hollywood
also
Buddhist?
he Alec Baldwin is also the one that didn't take responsibility for his negligence in gun safety,
Oh yeah,
correct?
yeah.
Yeah,
hmm
like that.
And also, like he is like I'm pretty sure he had like a Mel
And
Gibson
and
moment
bef-
too.
and just before we get out, because we got to get back on Chicago, we're on Alec
Yeah.
Baldwin. Jamie Kennedy actually has a YouTube channel from the Jamie Kennedy Project and from Romeo and Juliet, which we reviewed last week.
Ooh,
Yeah,
nice.
he does a great video on the Alec Baldwin situation because he's been on sets and stuff, so he kind of like lays down like the proper etiquette of like it's actual how safe they are with guns, and it's just the way how he goes through. It's like holy shit, like.
hmm
There's no way that Alec Baldwin can't say that he is not responsible because the
I feel like they should have breathalyzed him because I wouldn't be surprised if he was drunk.
I I I mean, apparently it was an awful set that they were working on, so yeah, he probably was in fucking smashed just trying to get through the day.
Because I remember, I'm pretty sure he had a thing where he like left some horrible drunk messages either to his like ex or to like his daughter or some shit.
But that, like I said, you would have to go look at the Jamie Kennedy video to
Mm,
understand why I fully blame Alec Baldwin for that situation. It's because it was his fucking fault. Like they hold the actor the actor is supposed to be held accountable. Like you're supposed to check that fucking gun.
I
like
probably should have actually checked before I
like
say this because
not even that,
I'm
but
pretty sure he has a
there's only
DUI too. Let
one
me see.
there's only one specific the armorer and like one other person. There's only like two people that's actually allowed to hand an actor a gun legally on a set. That's the armorer and I guess the armorer's assistant. I guess they can have, but and before they even
Yep.
hand the gun, they have to do like a 30-minute inspection of the gun to make sure that the gun is safe and clear. And they should have never have pointed the gun at the gun should have never been directly pointed at somebody. That is very 100% almost never done
And
unless
I
there
did
is
double check before I'm saying this. I did actually double check. He does have DOI history too.
great. Yeah, then yeah, he that's probably exactly what happened. He was intoxicated and he just didn't give a fuck. He didn't follow guidelines.
And didn't want to admit it.
Yeah, and is refusing. But yeah, Chicago.
Mm, Chicago. Oh yes, and well, I know that Richard Gere probably your least favorite thing. But let's go. Talk about. You said yours is a 3.5, right?
Yeah, definitely let's get into
What are
our
the
rating.
aspects that you love? What are the aspects that you love about this, at
The
least?
well,
Because
most of
there's
the
like
actors,
you
most of
you
the
said you said four at the very beginning.
yes, that a 4 is a like and it just over like I said, it went down to a 3.5 as soon as it said it's 10 minutes too long.
Mm,
That's why it was just a little tad bit too long, so I had to take a
mm,
point 0.5 off. And
gotcha.
but all the other actors did phenomenal. They handled their songs well. I didn't
Mm.
think any of them sung too
Oh God,
poorly.
Queen Latifah in this.
Queen Latifah was
I think this is the
fucking the
hottest I've
bomb.
seen Queen Latifah.
Uh, we need to watch more Queen Latifah stuff.
I know I haven't seen too much. I've seen a lot of like her like older stuff, and she's still like a bombshell. But like I think this is like the most attracted I've been to Queen
Yeah,
Latifah.
I kind of get that though. She has that presence about her in this.
Mm,
I hate to say it, she has that mama presence.
hmm I was like, I mean, they're just like, if I wish
Of
there's
course,
more sugar mamas like that out there.
of course, Catherine Zeta-Jones. Catherine Zeta-Jones. She's pretty
Mm.
much a music like she any musical she's that I've seen her in. I've only seen her in like two others, I believe. She done
Mm.
them really well too.
Yeah, she's her character's great in this.
And her character, she played twins.
She does my second favorite song.
And of course, John C. Riley, or like I like to call him in this, Dewey Cox.
Yes.
he,
Yes, Amos.
he was phenomenal as well. He played that really well. I
Hmm.
I know that Dewey Cox came after this, but it would have been funny if he said something about how he couldn't
Can't
smell
smell.
or something. Like I would have just busted out laughing.
Yes. He did that. Yeah, he does my favorite song, and then my second favorite song is "He Had It Coming." The oh shit, the
It was the second
like
one, I believe, or the third.
I know, yeah, it's the second one. It was the no, it was the third one because it was after the second one. I believe was Queen Latifah's,
Yeah, yeah.
which is
So,
my third favorite.
but and
It kind of ties,
he had it
actually.
coming was a really great song.
Mm.
The one song with Richard Gere where everybody's being turned into puppets and stuff.
Yeah,
That's
that's probably my least favorite one.
and that's when
I
the
like the message
film.
of it though. It was necessary because it was like him,
Yeah, I
kind of
get it.
puppet.
I get it. I understood what was going on, but that for just how it was performed, how it was sung, it did the dread it. I can only remember one line from the whole song, and that's because they repeated that line over and over and
Mm.
over and over and over and over and over again
Mm.
to the point where I was like, okay, like let's let's wrap this up. I'm getting tired of this.
Yeah, you have a lot less patience with songs.
Yeah, and musicals, especially this musical, I will say I held it against a little personal vendetta that I have. And I
Yeah,
can
you were getting a little bit like look. It was definitely it seemed sometimes a little personal.
yeah, yeah,
I was like, okay.
I did get personal with it a bit,
Mhm.
but it was kind of justified because I I will have to state another reason why I had to take a point away was I can see people walking away from this getting a toxic message from this because
Mhm.
and the only way I already have proof because I know someone for a fact that received a toxic message from this and that person is also a bit of a negative spot towards this. It's like those people like this film.
Mhm. Oh yeah,
And it's just like
definitely. I mean,
I
it's
see
honestly
it.
like the toxic type of like even like the toxic type of Harley Quinn people.
Yeah, yeah,
There's
that
kind of two sides to the empowerment of it because it's definitely there's that empowerment part in there. I won't deny.
yeah. No,
Uh,
I completely understand that, and that I don't deny that they should have put that in there, but they there's people that can take it to a toxic level,
mhm.
and
Yeah.
it just brings it down. But yeah, this was more of a personal film actually, and to be honest, I actually liked that because I had more of a personal connection with this film than
Mhm.
any other film that well, except for you, of course, the nostalgia films that we watch. But that's a completely different connection than I had with
Mhm.
this. Like me and this film, like I'm gonna watch this film again obviously, but
Mhm.
it's more gonna be testing people now. Like this is gonna be like a test that I put people through to
Mhm.
see what they gauge from it and see how they react.
Mhm. And I guess I gave this a 5 out of 5, but I have a huge nostalgic feeling because I grew up with this film. Definitely two sisters, yeah, so they love this film.
I know why. But yeah, it's uh, I mean it's a great film. I can't deny that. It just
and
there's
uh,
certain
and and why I had to suggest it too
this
is because this is probably my favorite, like especially in this is specifically like because I haven't watched too many musicals, but this is my favorite like Broadway, like actual like born on like Broadway and like Broadway style
Yeah,
musical.
I
This is like my top one.
I get
This is
that.
what
I
when we go on to musicals, like this is kind of like what I'm putting it up against, you know.
Oh well, this if we're gonna, because I've experienced a lot of musicals because I unfortunately dated somebody that's all they pretty much watched was
Mhm.
musicals.
I got some obscure ones.
I mean that's where I found my obscure Repo the Genetic Opera was through them,
Mhm.
and
Yeah. I mean,
and it
it's not super obscure. Like I've got Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band is one other one I could think of,
yeah it just
and of course,
this is a standard
Rocky
music.
Horror.
I would say this is a standard musical to be honest.
Hmm.
And that's another thing. It's above average. That's why.
Hmm.
And I will have to say this is the most personal review. I mean, personal
Hmm.
rating that I've given. So for
Hmm.
this 3.5 is like sheerly out of just being personal.
Hmm. A little like not fully, but semi triggered.
Yeah, yeah. It triggered me a tiny bit, and not like in a
It
negative
triggered
way,
it. Yeah, it's more of a like
and
like a
just
red
like
flaggy.
yeah, the red flags started popping up, and that's not good.
Mhm. Man, I love the style of this. I love the all the dancing, all the outfits. It's
Yeah,
like,
all of it is. We need to watch Burlesque.
mm, ooh, I never seen that.
That is a decent musical. It's all right. It won't be on par to this. That's for sure.
Mm.
Burlesque is definitely going to be like a 2 for me. But we definitely should watch it just to give you like a feel because Burlesque is your standard musical. This is your above average musical.
Mm.
I will say, but Burlesque is definitely your standard musical, and I don't like musicals, even though my favorite movie of all time is Repo the Genetic Opera.
Oh, nice. I still need to see that. It's like I've been putting that movie off for so long, being like,
I'm
man, I need to see
I'm
that.
scared. I'm scared to do it, to be honest,
You're
because
afraid I'm not gonna like it?
that and like if you don't give it a 6 out of 5, like
There's gonna be a war,
like there's,
war in the
there's
cosmos.
gonna be a rift. It's
Huh,
gonna
I'm
be some
interested now.
saltiness. But
I always
it,
like how you do this. Like you always you always risk overhyping things
yeah, I know.
and putting a bunch of pressure on it. It's like,
That's why I'm fucking scared. It's like I can't tell if he's gonna love
duh,
this or
I
not,
should
and
bargain.
if he
Damn it,
doesn't love it, I'm just gonna call him a moron.
Bella,
It's like,
where's that
how
coming
can
from?
you not see? But yeah, I think we've gone on long enough. We haven't really talked
Hmm.
about Chicago.
Yeah, I mean, what do you think of the overall theme of it?
It was pretty all right. Like I said,
I
just
thought because I actually really liked that I picked this too because I thought it was like super relevant to kind of like how it's been lately with all these trials. I mean, with the Johnny Depp one, this like Manson one, you know,
yeah, definitely fits the feel of the current social climate going on right now. Yeah.
yeah. That's what I kind of like this, you know, sort of like that's what the I always thought this play was really clever too on that, and just like it's I always thought it was funny of just sort of the nihilism in it, like it's the I mean the worst characters make it out, like the lawyer makes it out big with moves on, even though that they kind of get a little bit get screwed over, like the two chicks make it out big on being kind of a freak show murder sister act, and the only innocent person gets hung.
And do we? And Amos was innocent. He gets
He's
away.
innocent, but he gets ignored. I mean, it's all that cellophane, and no one sees him.
I mean, is that
She's not
really?
even.
Is being in the spotlight really that? See,
Yeah, yeah,
that's
but I
where
feel that's his character. But I'm just saying, like, but the only innocent, real, like that. I don't know. Never
yeah,
mind.
I get it, I get you. But I was just trying to state that the other innocent that there was another innocent person and they was also done dirty as well, but they didn't
mm,
die.
yeah, yeah.
All right,
But it's sort of
so
yeah. Mm,
3 out of 5 for me.
and
Three,
five out of five.
I mean 3.5 out of 5 for me.
And 5 out of 5.
All right. If you've been listening to us ramble this long, thank you so much. Please like or comment dislike on the video and share it around. Give us some feedback. Tell us what you like about Chicago, if you like Chicago. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Do you have a sign off that you want to give, Spooge?
What's your favorite music or one that you think we should check out? Maybe maybe there's some obscure ones. Put them below. Weird, the
And
weirder the better.
yeah, and this will be a bye bye.
Bye bye.